There are a couple of problems here dealing with exponents. The first one is where we have negative 5 squared. And what we need to realize is we need to follow our order of operations. Our order of operations say that we need to square first and then take care of the negative sign. So it's not in there, but we need to think of these as having parentheses around them. So this negative that's outside here, outside what I've now put in as parentheses, it's going to stay there. And then I'm going to square 5 and get 25. So negative 5 squared, negative 25. Now look at the difference with the next problem. Here we already have the parentheses around the negative sign. So this time the negative will go with the 2. Up here the negative didn't go with the 5. Down here it will go with the 2. So this is the same as negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. Let's take care of the negative first. A negative times a negative is a positive, times another negative means my answer is going to be negative. Then 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. So in this case the negative went with the 2. Up here the negative doesn't go. So just like the previous problem we did, this particular problem, again, the negative 3 is going to go inside of the parentheses. And we have negative 3x times negative 3x times negative 3x. So a negative times a negative is a positive, times another negative gives me a negative answer. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. And how many x's do we have? X to the third. Now that's doing it in expanded notation. What we need to get used to doing is bringing this exponent inside of the parentheses. So think of it as distributing the exponent on each of the factors that you have inside of the parentheses. So we actually have negative 3 to the third, and we have x to the third. So then doing negative 3 times negative 3 gives me 9, times negative 3 gives me 27, and it would be negative 27 x to the third. So ideally this is how we want to be able to do our problems, but expanding it out you get the same answer. So using that same philosophy down on this next problem, we have the second power coming inside the parentheses, and remember when we have a power to a power here, we're going to multiply our exponents. So this becomes x to the 5 times 2. The next one becomes x to the 3 times 5. So then we end up with x to the 10th times x to the 15th. Now I call this a power to a power. Now we're just taking and multiplying. So what do we do with our exponents when we're multiplying? We're going to add our exponents. So now we end up with x to the 10 plus 15. Final answer, x to the 25th.